Hi, I'm Leather Rokk. Welcome to my channel. I got something special for you guys today. I got a fashion show, another drugstore haul. This time I found some stuff for me. And some of these might be unusual choices, but you know what? Fashion is something to have fun with. Don't you think? I'll give you a close-up look at this that I got last month. See, it is a dress. Okay. The ultimate rock and roll trouser. This is one of those fake leather, like pleather kind of things. And this is by that company. I don't know if you pronounce it Shein or Shine, but these are easy to clean. Cold water wash, take no time to drip dry. Elastic waist. When you want that rock star spandex plastic leather look. Wow. Score, huh? Now, here is a formal dress. It zips in the back. And this looks like a mini dress. Let me show you where the height would be on this. Look, definitely a mini. The zip in the back, the gathering. Isn't that beautiful? And this is one of those blues that's got some gray in it. Some gathering. Let's see who the designer is on this. It says Aaron K. And it still has dry cleaning tags on it. If this is a dry cleanable dress, you can wash it in cold water and let it drip dry. See, it's got that. No reason why a size small wouldn't fit me, right? Excuse me. Then I found this cute little fox dress. These are in fact foxes. And I'm going to show you what the length would be. Perfect mini dress. And this has pockets. You know how hard it is to find dresses that actually have pockets, functional pockets? And it's an unusual color for me. It's kind of a warm brown color. So it's got browns and grays and pale tans and a little bit of blue. And the blue that's in this would be picked up by jewelry like this that has that blue and that turquoise color in it. And and the designer says Wonder Nation, which I believe is a children's clothing line, but you know what? I know for a fact this will fit. Here is a maxi dress in some really interesting, cool tones of plum, purple, and violet. And the brand is Perceptions New York. That's the designer. And this really is long. And I'm guessing this is kind of like a winter weight because it's a heavier knit. And as you can see, if this is my shoulder, this definitely hits me just above 2 inches above my ankles. So even allowing for the fact that I might fill it out a little bit, this is what the hemline looks like. Definitely, it comes with a self belt, but it doesn't extend all the way around. The belt just looks in the front and it's just decorative. It doesn't do any cinching. So, and this is a large, so it definitely will not be hopefully I don't trip on it. But if I go to some event or get an invitation for something where I absolutely have to wear a long length, and these are definitely those plum colors. So, speaking of long lengths, now this I found, a lot of these were from the same thing. This was actually from a clothes pile behind the place in the neighborhood that I check sometimes, and a lot of Indian and Pakistani and Bangladeshi stuff gets dropped off sometimes. And I want you to see the length on this. This is my shoulders, obviously, and this is, see? Now this only has the sequin detail in the front, not on the back, but you got it here, and the slits are here, which means it might be tricky what I wear underneath it. I have one green dashiki kind of thing that has the deep slits on either side, and I actually wear that just with stockings and a garter belt and underwear with it, and I'm fine. But with some of those things, it actually shows cheeky, and it really kind of looks better to actually wear maybe even plain black tights under them, depending on what it is. Like, I've worn something like this to church dinners before, where I wore dark tights underneath them, and they were fine. But this, I definitely can't wait to try this out. Now, the only information I have about it is a little tiny tag that says M, I'm guessing for medium. I don't see anything else indicating where it was made or anything. I just know that I saw it and I fell in love with it. I don't know if this is for men or for women. I noticed even the women's garments, they don't have any shaping, no darts for breasts, no enhancement of body shape or anything, which I think is kind of a shame. But still, I love the fact that it's got the lower profile sequins that won't catch on your hair and stuff. This I saw, I really like the color a lot. This is a jacket, fully functioning zipper. Now this is a bigger size than I would like. This says it's a medium. The label says Erin London, and there's a little, there are small shoulder pads in this. And it's got that stand-up collar. Not quite a mandarin collar, but it's still, well, actually no, I beg your pardon. It has a very little, my absolute favorite lapel style, I like a real wide 70s lapel. And as you can see, this is roomier than I would really like. But if I have a sweater underneath it, or if I had something heavier, sometimes you actually do need room. You can see there's plenty of room for heavier sleeves on this. And this is what the sleeves look like. But yeah, I would have preferred a small. You know, when you see something, sometimes you just have to grab it, and you don't have time to analyze it too much, because if you hesitate, somebody else who really, 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 really wants it may grab it first. And of course, sometimes I take things and then all of a sudden I see that it's XXXL, and then I just regift them. But I wear a lot of green things, and sometimes you don't want the informality of a hoodie. You know, sometimes you want a jacket that actually is more leisure suitish, or just a little bit more formal. You know, a little bit more pulled together, a little bit dressier. I'm not quite done things. I want to hang these things back up because I have some more things here. I thought this was definitely different. I don't know if you would call this a romper or a jumper. This is a pantsuit that's got kind of almost, I won't call it a bustier, but you can see this is all elasticized, and yet this has the spaghetti straps on the top, which means you can't wear it in daytime, the sun will get you. But the pants are a wide-legged trouser that hits right at, 2 inches above the ankle, so I don't have to worry about tripping on a long hem length, assuming, let's see, okay, I'm assuming the crotch is right where it should be. This pant hits me almost at the capri length. You see, so they're not real long, they don't need to be hemmed. But this is what the detail looks like, and this is definitely, I won't say my favorite color, I'm not a neutrals girl, but, and who's to say I might wear this a few times and then ultimately give it up, because you know what, this says it's a size large, the designer says Derek Hart. One way you could wear something like this is with a long sleeve, like a turtleneck underneath it. There'd be plenty of room to layer that with it. I found a little jacket, like, could be worn like a bolero. Now the only thing is this sleeves are a little wide. I don't know if I could shove my arms through. Well, let's find out. The brand says Sleep on it. And it says size extra small, which definitely sounds right up my alley. And these are 3/4 length sleeves. So these aren't the kind of sleeves or something you're going to wear if you desperately need sun protection. Okay. I like this. This has buttons. And when you like a tighter, more form-fitting jacket, which usually I do, I find it when you are built on the slender side and you're not overly curvy, tighter things really do look more flattering, especially if you have nice undergarments. And you can see right away why I like this. This has muted pastels in pink and blue and cream, and it's got the pink see-through button detail on it. And for some reason I thought it was a hoodie first. And it's just as well because it would be a little too small to be a hoodie. But I like this, and this hits me right just at the natural waist. So, and this is obviously not a jacket for when you need a lot of warmth, but say you want to take just the edge off an ocean breeze on a summer night, or the very, very beginning, just before we really turn into fall, you sometimes want just a little bit of something. Here is another jacket. One of the things I've been needing since I no longer have my short leather jacket is I've been needing a black jacket that is more substantial than that little Eisenhower jacket that I've been wearing that only gets me at here and wouldn't give me any protection on my midsection when it gets cold. This is a jacket made of denim. It's got some denim and it's got cotton and a little bit of lycra spandex. I can't tell the name because it's kind of been rubbed out, and this doesn't have any zippers to deal with. So it does have all the buttons, and I like that it's not oversized. And let me stand on here to see how long it actually is. See, if I button this will be nice and form-fitting. I really like that. And it seems like a true slightly faded black. Okay, compared to... this is what the collar looks like. It's not a big collar, but... okay, the buttons say Sergio Valegre, Valegre, And the logo is one of those longhorn steers like they have in Texas. So, as you see, there's a pocket on either side. The only thing is I don't particularly care for the cologne whoever wore. I don't know if I showed you this in a previous video, but I went to this one place where they were really stingy on what they allowed us to have, and I was asking if they had a pair of pants, and they for some reason gave me these shorts. Something tells me I showed you this already. It's from the designer says New York and Company, and it kind of almost has Western detail with the stud work and stuff on it. And I'm thinking with the right accessories, this could work. You know, for years I never thought much of the idea of white bottoms because I thought that they would always make your butt look big, but nowadays it doesn't seem to matter. But I like that one of the pockets actually has a zipper on it. So, and they're both actually functional. These have pockets in the back, they have pockets in the front, and pockets on the side. So, how useful was that, huh? One other thing I'm going to show you, this is kind of unusual, but I love the color. This is a pair of shorts that can be worn under a skirt for an extra layer. I mean, they're not underwear, but let me see the label on this. Oh, the label says no bow, no boundaries. And it's a small, and I don't know if it is marketed as underwear. It sure doesn't look like underwear at all to me. But I suppose this could be workout gear, maybe with a big, like a full covered sports bra that is actually just like a crop top. The color is very useful for me. And now these pants, they might look like they're not nearly big enough, but let's see. Oh, the label, oh, don't you know, was taken out. But let's see something. These are extremely stretchy. Well, I stick my arm in them, and there's way a lot of room. Now, you see, if these were to prove that I couldn't pull them over my butt, I could still get a use for them. I'll show you. See these legs? You imagine the stockings being cut off? Now, I have a future video. I need to just gather a few more things all about what happens when you find clothing that is too small and you can't find a way to fit it on your body, but you want to find a way to use part of it. And you can actually cut up, sew up, rework clothes, and you can turn them into some things that are totally different. And that's another thing I like to do. And sometimes if you misjudge whether something's going to fit you or not, and you can't always return it, or you see things, maybe there's holes in it or stains and you can't wear them as is, there are so many ways that you can find to use things. So expect that video to come in the future. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, yes. Oh. I mean, who else is going to need this stuff, right? This is not totally miniskirt length. This probably hits more like right under the knee. So this could be for a formal occasion, someplace where I can't have my ass hanging out, you know. I can imagine this even something White House invite, someplace that's a little bit more dressy, and where, you know, and I just think of different things. You could possibly even layer things, a long sleeve underneath it. Oh, and this must be another oversized children's clothing thing, because again, the back says Wonder Nation, and I'm pretty sure that is a line of children's clothing, and there are a lot of children's clothing lines that I wear a lot of their stuff. Children's Place is one that comes to mind. Cat and Jack's another, as far as my favorite designer that happens to be Target children's clothing brand. But hey, if the stuff fits, the stuff fits, right? So, did I get anything else? Oh, yes. They had this one tie. You know, I love neckties. And this, I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep it. I really like the pattern. Even though this has like a hardcore orange and an interesting kind of green in it, but I do like the pattern on it. There is a slight chance I may wear this once or twice and then wash it and redonate it, because I really do have, sometimes I purge of things that I don't absolutely love, especially since it's not like I wear a lot of three-piece suit things. I mean, let's be real. But they have a time and a place, and it's good to have them when you think you're gonna need something like that. And how unexpected for a woman to be seen in a three-piece suit. There still kind of has that edginess to it. Sometimes can be cool. So, what do you think of the clothes? Do you think I got some decent finds, acquisitions? Huh? What do you think? What's your favorite of what I gotten? And if you think anything I showed you needs to be cut up or otherwise reworked, let me know in the comments. Tell me what your favorite is. I will talk to you again tomorrow with something new.